Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs. Guys, so this is the second video on ArrayList because ArrayList is a very big chapter, guys. There are so many things to cover. And today I'm going to cover different various methods of ArrayList, very important for interview point of view. So this class I have already created, and if you see, I have created two different ArrayList over here where I have added some different programming language names over there. Second ArrayList, I have added testing and DevOps by using the add method. You can see that. So today, first method that we are going to talk about that what is addAll method is there. So what I'm going to do, I simply write that I want to add ar1.addAll method. You can see that, and we can pass with ar2, right? And then you try to print system.out.print and print the value of ar1. So if you run it, what will happen? You run it, so you can see that okay, all the values which are available inside AR2 will be added with AR1. So this is to combine two array list. We can do that. It means combined AR2, it means add all the elements of AR2 with AR1. You can simply do that. So that's why the output is coming like that. Simple. Now, so this is first way of doing it. And if you see that simple write AR1 dot add method and all, you can see this is the overloaded method. So we can say that okay, from which index you want to add the value. So simple, let's say I say that okay, from the second index add AR2, right? So let me comment it out this line. And now what will happen? Then I'm going to print AR1 once again from here. And then let's see what happens. Then you see that okay, from the second index, it will start adding testing and DevOps. So this is 0, this is 1. Now you can see that testing got added and DevOps, and then Ruby and JavaScript. So remember one thing, you can decide from which index you want to start adding the value. Otherwise, you can write simple like this. And then once the AR1, after that, all the AR2 elements will be added over there. So this is the property of AR, adding AR2 to AR1 with the help of addAll method is there. Simple. Now, next method that we are going to talk about, the clear method. Clear method is used to clear or to create one empty array list, right? So let's see, I simple apply on this particular AR1, I simple apply that AR1 dot a clear method is there. It means the clear the entire array list, and then you write system.out.println, simple write AR1, and then you run it. Then you see that okay, this entire array list is empty, right? All the elements are gone now. So if you really want to clear it out, you can simple do with clear method. Third method, you can see that how can we clone a particular array list, right? So for example, let me just comment it out. I don't want to okay do all these add-on, otherwise we will get a new array list. So what I'm going to do that, let's see from this, these are the two array lists that we have. And then on this particular AR1, I want to clone it. So there is a method, guys, that you can simply use it, not directly clone. If you write ar.clone, what exactly this clone method will return? Clone method is saying one object it will return. So how to use this, right? So for using this, what exactly you can do that, you have to convert this particular cloning into one array list, because ultimately we need array list, not the object. So what you can do is that you can put a bracket before that, and then you simply say that okay, give me one array list. What kind of array list? I want a string type of array list, because obviously you have to clone it. And then once you get this particular array list, store in another clone list that you create. So let's see, this is the another clone list that I'm going to create over here to store the new array list. And let's see, this is my clone list is equal to this, right? And then you try to print this particular clone list with system.out.println, print it, and then let's see what happens. So now you can see that okay, I'm printing clone list. It means I have converted, I have uh, created one more array list. This is just like AR1. So from the AR1, I have cloned it and then convert that into AR list of a string type, and then storing in a new array list and then printing it. So remember this thing that you can simply clone like this as well. Got it? Okay. So next method that we are going to talk about after clone contains also, which is very popular for your testing point of view, that what exactly this array list contains. So I simply write ar1 dot contains method is there. If it contains, let's see, Python, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So contains will return a boolean, you can see that. So if you directly print this particular thing on the console, you can simply print it, Python is there or not. So it should return true. Let's see. So you can see, yeah, it's returning true over here. But the same thing, if you really want to verify with some other language, let's see if I'm checking with C sharp, C is there or not. So let's see. In this case, it's giving you false. So if you really want to check that the specific content or specific element is available in that particular array list, you can simply check this thing. So this is simple contains method. You can simply do that. Okay. We have one more method along with, if you really want to check, just like in a string, we have indexOf method. You can check the contains element with the indexOf also. How can you do that? Let's see, with this particular array one, I simply write indexOf method. Can you see this? I want to check that, okay, hey, what is the index of, let's see, Ruby. So Ruby is available on 0, 1, and 2, second position, right? So if it is greater than 0, it means return true. So I can simply write system.out.println. I can simply say that, okay, yeah, if it is greater than 0, then return true or false. It means what exactly the index of Ruby. So index of Ruby is 2, which is greater than 0. So it should give you true over here. So that's why we are getting true. So with the help of index of also, you can verify that particular element Ruby, let's see in this example, is available in that particular array list or not. Okay, so this is, remember, this thing contains an index. People might ask you at a time of interview, and you can use in your, okay, in your use case as well. Next method we are going to talk about that one more method is there, is lastIndexOf method is there. So lastIndexOf, let's say I'm going to create one array list. Okay, so this time I'm going to create one more array list. Let's create one more, and let's see, this time I'm going to create, this is my, let's see, list number 1, right? So there are two ways, as I told you in the previous video, that you can add multiple values like that, or you can add a complete list also like that. So how to add it? I simply write in the constructor, I simply pass arrays dot as list, and then you can pass multiple values over here. So let's say if I'm passing Naveen, then I'm passing the second value as Tom, right, like that, and I'm adding, let's see, Steve, then I'm adding one more value, let's see, Lisa. These four values, let's see, in this particular array list I have added, and then I'm writing system.out.println list1, I'm printing it on the console like that. And if you really print it, you will see that, okay, Naveen, Tom, Steve, Lisa getting printed on the console, right? Now what I want, that I want to check the last index of a particular element. So for example, let's see, in this particular example, I add one more Naveen over here. Okay, somewhere over here, let's see, I add one more time, somewhere over here, Naveen, and then after Tom also, I'll add one more Naveen over here like that. Okay, like that. So you can see that Naveen is available on 0 position, first position, and last position. Now what I'm going to do, I simply use this particular list1 dot, and there is a method, the method name is the last index of method is there. So what you can simply do that, first of all, let's see, I want to check that, okay, let's use this particular last index of, what is your object name? My object name is Naveen, this is my element name, right? So last index of method, what exactly it will return? It will return an integer, so I'll store an integer only. So let's see, this is my integer I is equal to this, right? And then I simple print system.out.println and print the value of I. So let's see what exactly it is returning. It's returning 5 over here. So you can simply see that the last index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is sometimes very powerful method. You can use it. That very useful method. What is the last index of that particular element? Simple. You can do that. Same thing if I'm passing, let's see, instead of this, let's say I'm passing test over here. So what is the last index? If you run it, it's giving you -1 because test is not available in this particular list. So if it is not available, it will not give you any error or any exception. It will simply give you -1. So remember this thing, guys. Okay. So this is the last index of method is available. Then let's talk about one more very important method, the remove method. Can we remove a specific value from a specific index, array list? Yes, we can do that. I can simply write list1 dot remove method. So you will see that okay, remove method is having, we have to pass the index over here. So I simply say that okay, remove the value from the, or let's see if the first index value, please remove it, and then I'll print it on the console that system.out.println. I simply write list1 over here, and let's see what happens. So in the new list, Tom is gone. Why? Because this was 0, this was 1, and I'm saying remove the first guy. It means 0 and 1. First index element will be removed from here. So you can simply use a remove method like that. If you really want to remove a specific value directly, what you can do is, let's see if from this particular list one, once again I want to remove, this time I want to remove Lisa also. And then I want to print list one once again. So what will happen? Let's see. So initially my list was that, this one. Then I removed Tom from here. It means the first index, and the Lisa is also gone. So I can remove the values on the basis of indexing, or direct values also I can pass, and then it will be removed from there. So remove method, remember guys, it will be useful for removing the element over there. Then we have one more method that is called a remove if method is there, which is like a really good. I'll give you one practical example. So let's see, for example, I'm going to create one array list over here. So let's quickly create one array list. And this time I'm going to create one integer type of array list instead of a string. So integer, both the sides, I have to write integer. And let's see, this is my any list. Let's see, this is my numbers. And this time this is integer. So obviously we have to give some integer values. So let me remove all these string values from here, and I'm giving, let's see, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 5 6 7 8 9, let's see, up to 10 I have given. Okay, so this is the integer list that I have created, and then what I'm going to do now, see it carefully. I simply write numbers dot remove. One method is there, guys, that is called remove if method. And here remove if method is saying you give me one predicate over here. It means give me one condition in the form of boolean. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create simple, let's see, one num I'm going to create with the help of lambda function arrow. And then I simply say that okay, if number is totally divisible by 2 is equal to 0, in that case remove all those numbers, and then I simply print this particular list once again. And then you see the output. Let's see what happens. So let's run it and let's see. So this time you see that it removed all those even numbers. So now we are getting only 1 3 5 7 9 like that. So this is a very famous interview question. Given a list and remove all the even numbers and print only odd numbers. So you can simple write this particular logic like that. Simple. So just pause the video, and now you have to print only the odd numbers between 1 to 10. Okay, sorry, odd numbers we are printing right now. You have to print the even numbers from this particular list, right? So what kind of logic you will be writing? Pause the video, please put a comment over there in the comment section and let me know your answer over there. So this is a remove if method. You can simple use it. Then guys, one more method that is called the retain all method is there. What is retain all? Retain all means, let's say I'm going to create one more array list, and let's see, one string type of array list I'm going to create once again. And this time, let's say I'm removing these duplicate values. Let's see, instead of Naveen, I'm writing, let's see, Peter. So Naveen, Tom, Peter, Steve, Lisa, and then remove Naveen from here. So these are the values are available, and let's see, this is the, I'm saying names list over here, whatever the name that you want to give, names list. Now first I'm going to print this particular names list over here, and then I'm going to apply, now see it carefully, names list dot, one method is there, retain all method. And you see this carefully, retain all saying that, okay, give me one collection object over here. So retain all what? So I simply use, now see it carefully, collections dot, okay guys, there is a method that is called singleton method. And if you see that, it returns an immutable set containing only the specific object. So retain all the elements in a list which are present in the specified collection that you are passing. So I simply say that, okay, use singleton method, and then what exactly you are, let's see, singleton with, let's see, I'm passing with the, I'll do one thing. Let's write one more tom over here. Okay, let's see, two toms over here, and then I simply pass tom over here, right? And then I'll try to print this particular names list once again, and then you see the output. So what you are getting only tom, right? It means retain only those values which you are expecting with the help of this particular collection. So singleton method, you have to use it. It means give me only those values that you are passing from this particular list. So it will give you only tom, right? If you remove this particular tom, it will give you one single tom over here, like that. It means retain only tom. So I give you intentionally, I have written two duplicate toms over here so that you will get all the toms over there, like that. If you have, let's see, out of 50 elements, you have 10 times tom is coming, it will give you the collection of that particular list there. So this is a retain all method is available over there. Simple. Then we will talk about that how to get a sublist, okay, from the main array list, right? So let's take this particular example. We will create one more list over here. Let's see, this time I'm creating numbers one list and having some more numbers over here. Let's see, 10, then 11, then 12, then 13, right? So this is a complete list that we have. Let me write in the next line so that you can see it properly. Now the question is that um, how to create a sublist. So to create a sublist, that what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one more array list over here. It means this is the main list. Out of this, I want to create a sublist. So obviously sublist also will be stored in some another list. So I'm going to create that is also integer type. And then let's see, this is my sublist. I'm going to create sublist is equal to new array list. Now see it carefully. And then I simply say that, okay, that list also will be an integer type, right? And then I simply write from the previous list, this particular numbers one, what you do, dot, there is a method sublist, and from where you want to start. So I simply say that, okay, give me from sublist from 2 to 6, like that, and store in this particular sublist, and system.out.println and print sublist. So let's see what happens. What is the output? Now you can see the output is coming from 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. It means give me the sublist from 2 to 6 only. So it will start from here 0, 1, 2 and 3 to 6, like that. Okay guys, so remember this thing, 7 is coming on the 6th position. It will exclude that part. It means starting from 2 less than 6 minus 1, it will give it to you. It will not include 6th value. It will give you 2 to 6 means this is 0, this is 1, 2. It means this is 2, then 3, then 4, and then 5, and then 6 value will be excluded. So that's why the output will be 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see that. So this is the way we can get the sublist over here, right? Then we have one more last method we will talk about for today. That is called a toArray method. It means how to convert an array list to an array, right? So for this, let's create one list over here. I'll do one thing. Let's create one new list over here. So let me just copy this and simple. Let's see, instead of this, I'm creating that. Let's say this is my new list. Naveen, Tom, Steve, Lisa, and then okay, Robert. I have written like that. Now, this particular new list, I'm going to apply one method that is called toArray method. You can see that. And if you see, it returns what? Object array over here, right guys? So let me write toArray. If it is returning object array, so I'm going to store inside the object array only. So let's see, this is object and let's see ARR, the variable name square bracket is equal to this. So one dimension object array will be returned. It means a static array will be returned over here. And then I simple write, let's see, system.out.println and ARR dot, I want to convert that into toString, and then whatever the object array that you are passing, ARR, sorry, this is arrays. So arrays dot toString and pass ARR. So let's see what happens. So now you can see that, okay, Naveen, Tom, Peter, Steve, Lisa, Robert, you got it from there. Now I want to iterate. I want to traverse this particular, okay, this particular array, that whatever you have got it, the object array. So I can simple write one for each loop. I know that, okay, what kind of values that you have. So this is a type is object, creating one O variable over here, and then from which array? From this particular array, not from the array list. Remember this thing. And then what do you want? I simple want that, okay, print system.out.println, print the value of O. Now see, if you print the value of O, what will happen? It's printing Tom, Peter, Steve, Lisa, and Robert. So I'll repeat once again what I have done. I have converted using toArray, getting this particular object array, and then I'm writing a for loop and printing all the values one by one from here. And if you really want to get a pure string value, what you do, you simple convert this O into a string over here. So you can simple write string over here. If further you really want to apply some string manipulations or string methods, now you will be getting the pure string values over here like that. Simple. So this is the way we can use this particular toArray method. So toArray method, remember, it will return single dimension object array over here like that. What else? Other than that, and capacity and all those things, I've already talked about. Different iterations, get method, we have already talked about. And yeah, so guys, these are the simple methods are available in ArrayList. Please remember, people might ask you at the time of interview, and you should know about all these basic methods. So thank you so much for watching this particular video. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comment section, and please subscribe to the channel, like it, share it, and press the bell icon to get the next notification for the next video. Thank you so much guys. Thanks for watching Naveen Automation Labs.